What up, Smart Rabbit Gang? I'm just gonna make a really quick video on something I just heard in a book that I'm listening to, and I feel like it would be really valuable for you, and it may be something that you already do in a way, but I'm gonna heighten that a little bit and make it even better for you when you're making music. So let's get right into it. So if you don't know who Max Martin is, who? All right, so Max Martin is, he's written more #1 songs than anybody in history. Okay, he's written songs for Adele, Taylor Swift. I mean, just those two people alone. Imagine who else he's written for. Okay, go look at his Wikipedia. But he subjects every single song that he writes, even at his level, to what he considers the car test. Now, you as a music artist, you already do the car test, right? But there's a little extra piece to that. I mean, obviously I do the car test. I've been doing the car test since, the first song you ever make, you put it and you go list it in the car, right? But there's something that you have to take into account when you do the car test, okay? And that is, you're not only supposed to listen to how it sounds, which is kind of what we do, like we feel it because it's our art, but you're supposed to ask questions like these ones, which is, what does it add to the experience? If you're driving, right? What does it add to the experience? Try to be as unbiased as you possibly can. Like, does this add something, right? And the reason we do this is because you need to understand what music is actually for. It's not just for you, it's for people who are gonna be listening to your music, for your fans, right? So your job when you're making music is to make music that heightens people's lives. Your job is to brighten people's days, to invigorate their drives or parties or wherever they listen to the music. And most importantly, is to heighten their ordinary life experiences. It can't just sound good. It's gotta do more than that. And when you're driving in a car, you can feel it the same way that somebody else feels it. You know what I'm saying? If it doesn't heighten or make you feel a certain type of way while you're being as unbiased as possible, it doesn't give you like these goosebumps, it's not really a song that at that stage is worth releasing. But just because it's at that stage, it's okay. If you felt like it was good enough to even go get in the car and listen, that's a good sign. But in the book that I'm reading, it's actually talking about how you need to consistently go back and improve on things, and that's how great things that stands the test of time get created, right? And often as music artists, that's the hard part. We don't like doing that. We make music, we're like, oh, I love this, and you don't want to add anything else, because that's the hard part. The changes, that's the work. The easy part's just making the melodies in the beginning, the flows, writing the lyrics, recording it. You're like, I'm done, I don't want to do this anymore. But if you want to make amazing music, you gotta go back and you gotta rewrite it. You gotta do this car test. You gotta go back and fix it again. You gotta go get in the car again and test it again until it's right. But you gotta remember that the end product is what matters. If you had to fix it 100 times, it doesn't matter, because if you have a hit song when you wouldn't have had a hit song, that's all that matters, right? Yes, I know that we often rely on a song just like being like, oh yeah, people would be like, yeah, I wrote that song in 15 minutes. Okay, that's why it sounds like you made it in 15 minutes.
Let's keep it real, man.
Sometimes you organically make something that's amazing, but think about what you could do if you spent an extra month going back to it, like even just once a week, sprinkling in new things that you hear that could be creative. Now there's also a thing is overdoing it. So it kind of gets in this push and pull, but you also start to get the experience of what you should add, what you shouldn't. You get your ear, you train your ear for yes, no, and what needs to happen. You release music, you get feedback. It sounds like a lot of work, but you know what? It is a lot of work. It's your job. And if you don't ever make amazing music, if you don't learn how to make amazing music by doing tests like these, you're never gonna have the songs that are gonna gain you the fans you want, or really retain you the fans. You wanna get to that level, you gotta make music at that level. And I know people think making music so easy, and that's why everybody thinks their music's amazing, because they make something that, oh, this sounds great. You're very biased. You made it. But oftentimes, no offense, it sounds like garbage. I'm sorry, it does. Nobody just magically makes amazing music. I mean, the rarity of that, insane, okay? But either way, the car test is essential to do this. You remember, the whole goal of making music is to heighten the experience of somebody who's listening to it. If your music does not do that, if it doesn't give you these goosebumps, if it doesn't give you this feeling like, oh, I gotta turn that on, I wanna turn that on, oh, I gotta listen to that song, that's what you want other people to think, right? We need to work on your music till it gets to that point. That's it, all right? Quick video for you. I'm gonna keep getting these tidbits, all right? As I learn them, you learn too. Hit the subscribe button, hit that like and comment. I know you do the car test, all right? But put some comments below on things maybe you've learned during those car tests that other artists can read and see and may help them. Give some more pointers or things that maybe you've learned in your experience in the car test, little tidbits, questions to ask yourself. That would be essential. I would love to read those. I wanna know. I truly do. Please leave those comments below. Hit me to like, hit me to subscribe. I'm Rob Level. Follow me at Rob_Level on Instagram. Follow us at Smart Rapper. Keep hustling, gang. And I'll see you at the top.
They be asking me like, Rob, how'd you make it high? Chasing music as a job without suicide. I'm old, it made the money make me blind. Cause all I see is pain when I'm inside. Then they say to me like, Rob, so your Jekyll Heights. We've never seen you sob while you telling lies.